Hello folks, welcome to another Impossible Creatures World Cup match. Today we have Canada, England versus France with LBFrank, Logan and White Orchid Will versus Phene and Funky, the French duo. All set. And this should be an interesting match because kind of opposite stories in a sense, like LBFrank and White Orchid were given a bye in the first round because they were a higher seed for the tournament, and unsurprisingly got taken out by the Black Tigers in the winners semifinals to get knocked down to this match. Whereas France got knocked down pretty early by, I believe it was South Africa, Netherlands, with Ryan and Fate, with quite a nice upset from their end. But they have really just been almost brute forcing their way through losers. Just nothing fancy, just hardcore. Solid play. Starting off game one here on Eroded Forest, we've got LBFrank in the top left. We can't wait for Rex to finish. We've got LBFrank in top left. We've got White Orchid in bottom left, and then Phene and Funky on the right hand side. Early rod from Phene. Finishing it up already. Funky coming up with his own. Logan and Will trailing behind a little, but doesn't make a huge difference in the early game. We'll see if anyone goes for that fated second rod, and here it is coming out from Funky. Could he be going for a faster level 2? And Logan as well. Oh, and Will get his second rod down. Not so early, but even so, it's earlier than if you were to go a particularly economic start. And there's Will, just testing the chat. He's on stream. Everyone say hi. Logan thinking about scouting, but then just heading back to drop off that extra bit of coal there. 20 coal that would be missed otherwise. Maybe he's going for the sort of scouting fences here, just chucking down his third rod up there. Not a bad idea. And here we see the sort of scouting fences from Funky. He's not looking to get rushed. Doesn't look like anyone's wanting to get rushed or going for a rush. So, but as I say it, here they come. 3 boys, but looks like they're going to run right into Will's henchman here. He knows what's coming. He's probably going to place the workshop anyway, and instead of going for the chamber. That being said, the extra economy will do him some good. He will hit 2 in time. He needs to start building a chamber, though. He needs to start building a chamber. There it is. A bit slow. Oh, and the double creature chamber. No double rush, but with an expo set up here, Logan going from the water rush, maybe Funky's pumping some resources into Phene, who's still on 1 base, and here they come. What are we producing? Cuttlefish Coyotes. High damage, low health range units. But artillery sucks. But this sound beam, notably low range on these units, only 14 meters when the Zebrons have a nice 20. But they are quite fast, so they will be able to catch up with the non-zebra leg variant. Let's see what's been coming up here, and the camo variant. Oh, I'm excited. I want to see him go for a juicy raid, but here we go. We see Phene not giving up on his economy, and he is building up to critical mass here. Oh, he needs to kite, but he just can't run fast enough. This one's as good as dead. Nah, managing to kite back into Soundbeam. A second Soundbeam going down. Not a terrible idea. Here's the Koya guns coming out. Just absorb a few shots, and wow, he's just going straight for the henchman, but his units are dying so fast. That, I think, is a bad play. Henchmen have a lot of health early game. Look at them getting shredded, and here's trailing in with more units, but given the situation of his economy, and what is Logan up to? It seems like his attack was repelled somehow, despite the fact that it was invisible. Well, yeah, coming in with a critical massive range, I actually don't think Phene can hold. I would like to see him expanding into his base, not doing anything with his lab right now. Funky, the same. Logan, well, how responsible, producing henchmen. WhiteOrchid, White Orchid, just dropped his name there. He's not producing henchmen, but he is producing units en masse for obvious reasons, and it's doing well. Logan coming in for an additional bit of support, not really doing a whole lot except tanking these sound beams for a bit longer, but here we go, some more coming in, and the pressure continuing from here, and these guys cannot hit these when they are just sitting on this little beach over here. A few more on this side. Oh, you can go for the pincer. And yeah, I mean, it looks like Phene's rush has failed. I mean, he's still not expanding, and there's his third rod going down now. He is behind economically, but Funky coming in for the counterattack on Logan's base. Logan only has 5 henchmen mining here. What's he to do? Where are his henchmen? What happened to them all? Did they all get eaten by scorpions? I don't know. That's a job for another day. Here we go. Will's army sizably smaller than it was, but he's got a second chamber up and running. He's got his gen here. Not got his gen up here. Nobody's got their outside generators just now. Looks like we've got a fast-paced game on our hands. Logan retreating all the way back. I don't really like that, because he can come around here, harass over here perhaps. I mean, he's got camo as well. He can do all sorts of things, especially since he can kite back to the water if he gets jumped by scorpions. And here's some more coming in. Are they going to do more economic damage? Maybe that's what happened, and Logan panicked and brought them all back. But going back on the offensive here, Will with a huge army now. Yeah, it looks unlikely that Phene's going to be able to continue the pressure. Still not going for his in-base expansion. Finally getting back on that henge production, but here we go. Level 3 coming from Funky. Nobody else going 3, but with the state that Phene's in right now, might be okay for Team Canada, England. And the focus here is bad. Just better kill this workshop. Gotta kill this workshop. Oh, no. And on this side, more cheat escorts being produced. I suppose he might not be packing much else at level 2. And here we go. Rush officially deflected. Now, if he goes and attacks Phene right now, he is in a very good spot. He's got so many units. Phene finally chucking down a chamber in his own base, but just look, he's got no economy. But the level 3 probably setting off the panic response from Canada, England, but both of them starting their 3s as well. Let's see. But here we go, Logan with the return assault, even at level 3. Ooh, we've got a big cheat escort. This one does not have leap. That is not the kind of level 3 you need to deal with this level 2 pressure. You need to really be packing something heavier. And that's basically a glorified level 2, and the double coming in on the Funky, and I think this is a good idea because Phene is just, he's not even thinking about going 3 at the moment. He is not a threat. And here we go, the level 3 is coming in quick succession from Canada, England. And this should be enough. These 4 tarantulas aren't going to do much to help his ally here. Where is Logan going? Where are you going? Alright, going for more economic damage, but I don't know if that would have been that important when they could have just straight up killed him. Still some cheaters hanging out here, just waiting for these 2 henchmen to walk forward to perish. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, what are they called? There's a word for that. I don't know. It's a StarCraft thing. I forgot it. Anyway, I'm back here. More of these glorified level 2s coming through. They've got poison, I suppose. But they just get shredded by even this level 2 range. And when the level 3s start coming out, and here they are from Logan, kind of going, again, full panic response to deal with like 7 units in his base. Considering he's hit level 3 and there's just a bunch of level 2s, he could have probably sent like 3 units. But here we go, the Python Spiders, and Phene's base isn't anything. He's got 1 expo, finally getting this corner geyser, and yeah, but this one's fully upgraded. This one's just been built. Looks like somebody forgot about that one, but he's had this one. No, he's just building that one as well. A little bit of some macro flubs, but it looks like they're in a good enough position to take it from here. And here we go, the Python Spiders coming in, just going for the hench, but there's some bulls here in the waiting. No amphib though, so they can get kited to the water. I wonder if Will notice that. And yeah, there's the scorpions coming in to defend from Phene. I really think like Logan's overthinking this. I really do. I'm pretty sure he could just overpower the front line, especially some of these sort of like level 2s with poison and his immune melee. He could just walk in, but no, he's going for strange multi-pronged attack here. And WhiteOrchid's attack being deflected. He's not kiting, he's just been auto-pathing these pythons walking around to die. That's a shame, but here we go. Kite to the water, you can just start picking them off. Nothing can get you in there. And it seems like he hasn't noticed. Bull's heading up north, looking to take a pot shot at Logan while he's going full frontal over here. And the lionesses just look like bigger versions of these guys. This is like white privilege. Going in for the henchman over here. And yeah, the mining has been disrupted immensely. Only 3 over here, and they're just dropping like flies in the main. Only 3 over here as well. Just tons of units, and I think he's hit critical mass of Python spiders. But again, you know, you are allowed to attack move. Just because, like, Control QA is like bad practice doesn't mean you can't attack move. It's okay. I'll forgive you. Here we go, cutting back into the water again, but it's just losing passion for the attack, I guess. Oh, because a couple bulls were in his base. Yeah, I don't think he lost any henchmen. Looks like he's been stacking them on his main. Now, Will actually did a little bit of research the other day, and going past full saturation is RNG. It either gives you no benefit or makes it worse based on henchmen blocking each other. So there you go. Try to avoid having more than 10 henchmen on a 5-goal expo. The more you know. It's legitimately better to use excess henchmen as scouts. But look at the amount of Python spiders. Just these melee units trickling in are just going to die running. Oh, there they go. You don't need to focus fire with this many. You're overkilling them by a significant amount anyway, and he's forgone. But it's alright, there's a few more coming around here. It looks like trying to go for these raids, trying to do some more economic damage. But, I mean, there's just so much going on. I mean, Funky's got nothing mining, 3 over here, none anywhere else. These 3 went down to build some water chambers over here, but it's not looking good. Anyone going for it? Yep, WhiteOrchid heading for 4, but Phene almost all the way there with a whole bunch of Raven Lobsters here, but again, with range units this powerful, all fully upgraded. I really like the melee attack upgrade without the sight radius one, even though, nah, it's fine. They don't need it. Looks like he's going to go for some sort of a lab rush here. I mean, it's pretty easy now, but he's in the middle of research. Can you start lab defense in the middle of research, or will he have to drop his 4? We have to cancel. Oh, they're just going for the henchman, but there's so many excess here, and look at Phene's base. Oh, there goes the lab. And it looks like Funky's won't be long to follow. I mean, yeah, maybe he's got this one water chamber down here, but look at the horde just heading on up. It looks like it's GG. Oh, wow. Great opening game there. Some interesting decision making from both teams, but I think the key there was the ability for Canada-England to respond to the opponent instead of just being very fixated on their own game plan. Because after that level 2 rush fail, I mean, going for a double chamber that early in the game is a huge resource commitment, and to keep that production up, you're basically giving up on any hope of taking to 3. And once it had been deflected, he wasn't changing his pattern. He was just fully committed and tried to build sound beams down there, but hey ho. Canada-England take game 1 reasonably convincingly. Hopping into game number 2, where it is. So this will be France's map pick. Eroded Forts everyone's kind of happy with. It's a nice opening map, a starter map, one might say. Well, it's an old but gold, you know. And it looks like France is looking to pick Eroded Duos for the second game. Nice idea. Perhaps they'll go for some dual early aggression. Or maybe they'll play more defensive. It's nice to have your partner next to you. Oh, wrong Eroded Fort, but it looks like
this is the army for you.
We're going for, hold on, let me just, where is he? There he is. So this is, going to Plateau, maybe? Now this is an interesting one. It's a kind of lower resource map, but it's just going through all of them just now. Maybe, I think they might be discussing what's legal within their team chat right now. Oh no, it's actually Will who's hovering through them all and giving the French, wow, the information. How generous of him. A lot of discussion coming through from the French side. Wonder what they're thinking. Looks like we have another spectator. Say hello to Animal Cracker, everyone. And he's out of there. Don't know if he errored or Will was just having no time for him. It's a shame. Okay, yeah, it will be eroded duos for the second game. We've seen a wide variety of strategies on this map, with a lot of the resources being unsafe, with your sort of third main base expo being right out in the open, especially with the way the coal's laid out. Your henchman can just get attacked from, well, like 18 different angles, and the rest of the resources being out basically in the middle on the islands, and the geysers in the middle in a sort of nice straight line. And Will saying that Eroded Duos was going to be their map pick if they lost anyway, so everyone with some pretty basic map choices, but I think that allows for some of the cleaner gameplay to emerge. So who knows? Those armies called We Try This, so a little worried that he's got something cheeky up his sleeve. We will see. Alright, just hopping into the game now. What a pretty map. Thanks, Logan. Alright, here we
After
go.
we take out the enemy
Looks
labs,
like Team French.
this island would make for some
Sorry,
nice
Rex.
beachfront property.
Alright, Team French spawning up in the top, red and green, Funky and Phene. And down below, we've got Will and Logan with the reject colors, I guess. Everyone going for a nice and early rod. France a bit ahead of the game there. They'll be getting a little bit more electricity at the expense of what, like 60 coal. Which does matter in the early game. Oh, Will dropping hench production. When will he get his next one in? Oh, this is rough. Oh, I don't like to see this at all. Whoa! Oh, wait. It was a glitch. Well, what? Same thing from Funky. What are you doing? What? How does that happen? Okay, I think it's bugged, but that's fine. Logan going out with the forward henchman. Maybe the first scout we'll see in the series. Except for that one henchman that, no, deciding better of it. Just checking out the area. Is he going to go to the island? Maybe he's going for a water rush again with those cuttlefish lionesses. Mountain lions even. Though he does also have cuttlefish lionesses. Looks like he's going straight to the island. And France, 3 rods here, 2 rods here. Already pretty far through 2, but I mean, Will's gonna hit it first. He's got his 4th rod up, he's getting his generator up. He's looking like he's headed for a very fast level 3 here. And I wonder how France will respond. They're playing a pretty slow game themselves. Here's the 4th rod coming down here, but there's the chamber going down. A sound beam. Now that's curious. I guess the game 1 camo unit's kind of making him shudder. And there's his creature chamber going down. Or maybe he just misclicked in the build menu. That does happen. There you go, Warthog Lemmings. I mean, these units are good, but to take full advantage of them, you want to be. They're good really defensively because you can just pump out a full army of beefy boys. He's got a plague. I think he's anticipating a rush of some sort, and I suppose he's not wrong to think that rallied all the way down. Where are you running to? All the way down to the middle of these two expos here. How picturesque. Oh, look at this formation. Oh, this one better land right here. Come on. Oh, goal. Oh, a bit too low. Oh, that's a shame. Right. Here's Logan setting up camp here, and here's Funky setting up camp here. We've got a kind of mirrored map right now. More henchmen coming out here, but I mean, there's an extra one here anyway. There's a water chamber. Just in case there's any shenanigans happening on this island, but there we go. There's the level 3, presumably from Will, given how much he was pushing for that with all that electricity. And here we go, the Python Spiders. Is he going to go for an attack up here already? The Warthog Lemmings, he's producing so many. To what end, though? I mean, they've got overpop. You don't need... it looks like he's going on the offensive, but... And they've not got much in the form of defense. He's taking this really slow. I mean, so there's Phene almost hitting 3. Funky doesn't look like he's... I don't know if he's already gone it and I just missed it, but that could also be the case. I mean, these are level 2s. There he is. No, he's just starting it now. But anyway, Logan just chilling. Here you go, the Python Spiders are coming onto this west island now, and there's nothing at level 2 that can hold this off, really. It looks like Will's going to make an aggressive push for the island. Logan having this island and being pretty uncontested on it, but only 2 henchmen mining on it just now. There's the water chamber going down. These units are doing nothing, just... Here we go. Cuttlefish Rams. I like those. They're pretty chunky. But here we go. This base is being erased. And what can you do? Oh, and some henchmen getting picked off in the water, but these guys are just going all the way back. What are you looking for, Python Spider? Where are you going? Oh, level 2 gen up here. Oh, this one's not even fully upgraded. That's painful. Oh, you're just sending units to die here, and look, this is just going to regen all the way back up. If you can focus it down, I mean, sure, but... There we go, the one dies. This one's going for the water chamber. If he can, he's got 3 chambers producing here, but Will's keeping the production up. He's got some coming from here, some from here. Spicy. The focus seems a little off. It looks like Funky's actually able to take out quite a few of these units, and these are not cheap. Will setting up camp on this island, though, and it looks like he's kind of hitting critical mass. If Funky's focus keeps up, though, he may be able to take up a few more, and that is good. He's... Oh, 24 health. Oh, no. Another... Oh, that's a shame. Oh, and there we go. He finally picks off one. And is he going to go for... Oh. It's a shame with better focus. But here we go. The Cuttlefish Ram's just annihilating all of Buttius's like saved up level 2s there. And it looks like he's going on the aggressive in mid. Yeah. Oh, and the camo. Such a boon here. Oh, does he have Keen Sense? Oh, he must have just walked past too close. But just look, the damage these guys are pushing down, especially with the no hurting bonus. These guys are too far apart. And it looks like mid is falling. So many Python Spiders up here. Nobody going for these forward expos, and I don't blame them. Those are the scary ones to take. Even these islands feel safer. And wow, Phene really coming through here. It's putting pressure on all sides of the map, but here we see the sort of full frontal assault. No one going 4 down here, I don't imagine, but and there's Phene. Phene really putting in the work right now, trying to keep them in the game. And oh, catching a few of these spiders off guard. Oh, and there goes Will into panic mode. Retreating. You're not doing damage when you're moving. And these guys are pretty fast. Where is he going? How? Oh, and the focus is good. Wonder if Will can match it. I mean, he's kind of got the superior biomass and numbers, but he's pulling back. He's pulling back. I'm confused. I feel like he would have lost less units if he just fought it out normally. But right now, that's how much coal? I mean, these are like 250 each. He's basically chucked like a couple thousand down the drain. And Phene able to take over the second island here on the side. And he's almost at 4. And no one else has even considered it. And well, I say that, but here we see Funky Team France really pulling ahead in the tech game in this one. But again, Python Spiders are still viable at level 4. They can definitely take a beating and deal out some damage. The Scorpion Zebras, I'm not sure I like these units. And Body is sending a kind of pitiful force here. If these guys respond in unison, maybe they won't even need to. These guys might just be able to beat them all down into submission, and they get the surround on one of them, pick off the elderly. We will putting the pain on this side island, and it looks like Phene is going to respond in kind. Nobody can have these islands. Not going for the henchman. He's still getting a little bit of extra juice here, and there he goes, just pulling in, killing them all off. And they're rallied over here, and there goes his hench. He pulls them back appropriately. But, oh dear. These guys were not microed back. Oh, maybe there was just a handful of them. They build pretty fast. These guys must be cheap given they're pretty low power. And that's France hitting 4 over there. And here we see Hippo Eels. Now, that's a spicy one. That's about as much variety as you'll just see at level 4. An Electric Eel, a really cheesy unit. Here we see the Python Spiders coming in the backline, just putting dents in Phene's economy, but these level 4s are just so beefy, but no immunity, so the poison will give them that 15% damage reduction. Well, 15% of 19 is significant, but so is 85% of it, and they are just cleaning up these spiders. But here come the Muskoxen from the rear, but the surround from Funky here. Oh, Bodius, you microed a little. But able to set up back on this island. And Will's kept this one kind of going strong. This one cuttlefish is kind of going nuts on this workshop, though. And here we go. But is kiting all the way back to Will's units, and the level 4s, though, just slowly poddling over. They're just chilling. Oh no, don't trickle them in. You've got so many units. Now, I like these. Leap and immunity, very good against poison range. Kind of like a Python Spider counter, but a level up, so not really. Oh, Funky's economy in shambles. All these henchmen are dead. Mining from his main, but for how long? Will just kiting back with these spiders, but the eels are putting an assault on his base, and here we go, gets the focus, and I don't think Will can keep trickling units into this. Are they heading for 4? Yeah, halfway there and just about done for Logan, but is it too little, too late? Just taking these bulls for a stroll. Why aren't they leaping? Why aren't you leaping? This game sucks. Here we go, trying to harass the generator over here, but the level 4 is just coming out, just annihilating. And here we go, these eels are really putting the pain on this west island, and it looks like he's going to do the same on the east. Funky just taking both of these, they're his now. He's in charge of the middle. But Funky is in charge of the sides, I suppose. And here we go, these boys have finally caught up to these spiders they've been chasing for months. Looks like they'll be able to take them out. What's happening over here? There's Will just hitting level 4. Spitting Cobra Giraffes. That's not a hippopotamus, so this unit is actually really terrible. And here we go, the leap immune melee versus these sort of squishy poison range. Wonder what's gonna happen there. Looks like more harassment coming to this island. These spiders, oh, and here we go. Will with the pinnacle of humanity. What beats this? Nobody knows. Oh, catching them from the side. Is he going to go in? Oh, Miss Micro gets a few free volleys in. But there's so many eel hippos, and these guys do drop the hammer when it comes to damage, but probably still lose out on damage in the fight versus Porcupines, given that these almost hit defense cap. This eel just making a stake on this island. And we have a very vertical battle here, and unfortunately all Funky's units kind of getting picked off without the help from these guys over here, but the economic damage is significant. We've got more being produced over here. I wonder if anyone's going for 5, and there we see it. Phene, kind of the king of this game, really putting in the work. He does not want to lose. A nice ping coming out, presumably from Will, to help Logan not lose any henchmen. Logan deciding not to respond and losing a couple anyway. And these guys are so strong, if you don't micro appropriately, they bring in the whole army, and here comes Funky from the rear. The ranged units just not doing so hot in combat versus those. And I'm sure these eels will perish, but look, I mean, they're just... I mean, Phene's not really producing, but he doesn't need to. He's just waiting. He's saving his money. He knows what he wants to spend it on. Some nice Narwhal Widows, and there it is. Phene ready to drop the hammer. And he's just dealt a lot of economic damage over here as well. Look how many henchmen Logan has mining, because it's not a lot. Here we see the attack from the front. There's probably enough production over here. And what we got at level 5? Whale Lioness. These guys drop 20 damage Sonic with pack, and they're not even that expensive. If you've got a glassy unit like this, you will perish. And here we go. Phene taking back the island. This eel has been guarding it with his life. Over on the west side, we see, looks like they're finally trying to set up here. Again, so much pressure. The workshop destroyed for Logan. He has just not been feeling good. Still producing these non-hippopotamus range units. I really can't sanction that behavior. Here we go. The whale's moving out. But there is a lot going on here. If he gets a really good arc, though, catching a few units off guard. But these guys have camo. Use your sonar pulse. Oh, just watch these giraffes explode. And wow, the power of level 5s. He's not producing at home. He may be busy trying to micro appropriately. I mean, the arc from Team Canada England is very good right now. Hippo Porcupines shaking off the sonic damage a bit more effectively than these giraffes. Anyone going for 5? And Will 70% of the way to 5. I wonder how much leverage Phene is going to be able to make with his advantage. If he keeps pumping out these whales, he should be in a very good spot. Logan trying to expand back to the island, but this guy, well placed, ready to deflect. And Will's trickling units in. If they start pushing now, there's not enough from Team Canada England, I think, to deflect it. But there is the level 5. I wonder what he's packing. Babales. I see. These guys are kind of like the big brother to these lionesses. A lot more expensive, but a lot beefier. Well, not a lot beefier, actually. I forgot how much we nerfed the baboon's defense. Wow. Guess it really do be like that. But these guys are fully upgraded. He's coming all the way in. He's ignoring this sideways attack. He's going straight for the... He just wants to eliminate giraffes from this planet. Logan's still not even thinking about level 5. Funky not thinking about level 5. He's focused on crocodiles, and Logan's still making these. Not seeing them make a lot of headway, I have to say. But here we are. Babales versus Lionels. A battle for the century. Look at them just shake their noses at each other. Oh, and these crocodiles just coming and cutting off the production supply from Will. That's actually kind of huge, and he's going to have to retreat from this front. And more coming in from here, just taking on this expansion. Oh, he went for a raid, but he is ill-prepared to deal with what comes next. The production from Phene kind of slipping, but he's building a couple forward chambers, so that should help him out, help out his macro. I wonder... if Funky's gonna go for 5, no. Logan, no, still not really with it. And the miss micro again, just chasing these henchmen into the abyss. You only really need one of them to do that. Here we go. Logan finally setting up mining again on this side, but a couple of these crocodiles slipping in through the cracks into the mining line. Oh wow. And there's 4 chambers just pumping them out right at the front of their doorstep. That is more than Will even has, I think. No, he's got a few more over here. Logan, I'm sorry. I really am. You can't get away with that. Anyway, on the right hand side, looks like Phene is able to maintain control of this island, but Logan's only got a few henchmen mining here. He's got scattered henchmen here, and oh, this crocodile is just going to town. He is hungry and he is eating. This one getting punched to death a little bit, and then I think they gave up. And wow, is that GG? Will's calling it. Looks like Logan was going for a little cheeky backdoor, but there's just not enough. He's not been mining properly for ages. The whale's able to come through. Let's see if Funky goes for a victory level 5. Maybe not. Some idle units left, right, and center. And that will be it. Canada, England throwing the towel for game number 2. Phene, wow. What a... He was powering through those research levels while keeping control of the island with a whole bunch of units. He really was the MVP for game 2. Funky keeping his henchmen alive at certain points. Well, I really like that. I like a set. Heading into game number 3. Logan, what a tragic tale this game. You were stuffed out of everything and then spent all your money on bad units. Now, let's see what Canada-England picks map-wise for game 3. Okay, looks like the game has been hoisted. Sorry if you can hear my disgusting gurgling while I drink all my juice. Gotta keep those vocal cords lubricated and all that. Now this is a 1v1 map, so I doubt it will be their pick because they will be fighting each other. Maybe that'll throw the French off guard.
Please, just go.
So as we're going into this game, let me just have a look around in here. Yeah. Okay. Now we wait. See what they strategize. Are we gonna see a Crag for game 3? It does look like it's Crag game 3. I know. I don't know if everyone's just been picking Crag against France because that's what Ryan did. And then they won. It looks like Logan's actually got a Crag army given the name, but I wonder what's coming out here. I wonder if they've talked out a strategy. I'm excited. I'd like to see some cheesy stuff. Looks like they're Will's rocking the same army, or maybe not. Maybe he's chucked a couple space bars behind that name. Hope you're not in for confusing me. Phene trying to find the appropriate army for the task. Funky looks sorted. Alright, just waiting. There we go. Oh, I really appreciate that from Phene. He's bringing out the what the f is that weird army, which is probably exactly what you need for a map like Crag. There's well, there's not much space. There's a lot of money going around, but you really gotta struggle to keep a hold of it. It's like life. What a shame. But anyway, let's see what they're going to bring out on game 2. Now, players 1 and 2 actually spawn in the bottom, which I think most people universally agree is a bit of a stronger spawn. If you look up the top, it's you can attack all the henchmen from over here. If a water raid comes, they can get to your henchmen nice and easily. Whereas on your bottom side, you can just fence up here. Or fence along here if you want to use your lab as a shield. But the coal actually prevents you from fencing off this, I'm pretty sure. And again, another thing is if you want to fence off this, from top side, you have to either fence like here or all the way up here. You can't really put a really defensive one over here, but if you're here, you can put one here. I mean, you're losing out on this expo, but the coal and the water just makes it so much more difficult. The building impasse map, Will struggling to put his rods anywhere near his lab, what with the coal being right there. Looks like we're going to see either an early expand, but with the double rod, I'm thinking more of a forward chamber coming out. A very forward chamber, or maybe he's going for the fence. That could happen. Okay. Why? Funky scouting up here. I mean, France just dealt with Australia on this map. What is this? Okay, right. If Phene does not move, don't move your henchman. If he had kept those henchmen body blocking. What? And these henchmen just die into the fence. Here we go. A funny looking fence from Will here. Looks like he kind of messed it up a little. Here we go. Looks like Funky was expecting this, and he brought amphibious units of his own, 2 chambers down, no expos anywhere, a little bit up here from Logan, but that's about it. Looks like these named units are not named appropriately. Oh, they're Zero-like mountain tarantulas, coming in for a bit of a harass, but not a whole lot. Setting up his expo over here, and Funky getting the safer one. What units is he bringing that can't stand up to the... Oh, he's upgraded his camo units. They have pincers now. He's got camo... He's got cuttlefish somethings. I think they might be coyotes with the torso. I can't quite tell. But they're not doing so well in melee against the 11 damage tarantulas. Now let's see what's happening here. A whole bunch of free bras. A few coyotes over here. Oh, and I like the soundbeam placement. He's actually able to squeeze one in. Oh, and his attack move! He actually started attacking the fences! That's so grim! Oh, that stings. And Logan actually putting in a lot of headway over here. Funky has no men. Oh, wow. Very strong play. We actually talked about this a bit a while ago. Is that if you take this island early and you have strong amphib units and you're able to get the sort of jump, it's so hard to take this island back from the other team. There's just not enough room to surprise them. Oh no. Phene accidentally sending his henchmen to mollywop his chamber a little bit there, but really doing... Oh no, he dropped the focus! Where are you going? I think he's running distraction more than anything, but the Koyagon's coming out now. Oh, and Logan is keeping Funky down. He's got so few henchmen mining, he's not producing any. Phene, on the other hand, going nuts on the C key. And there's Logan about to hit 3. Wow, this looks like it could be a done deal. Yeah, pushing forward with more chambers, and with Logan hitting 3, he's going to be pumping out Tickle Lord 77s. Let's see what these are. I'm excited. Oh, they're just they're pure swimmer cuttlefish. They notably have 19 range, which is not usually enough to attack any expansion, but on this map, especially if you're the bottom team, you can just harass all day and you can go nuts on the gens. Plus, they will be significantly cheaper than any cuttlefish variant with legs, which is what Funky is pumping out, and they just can't compete. There we go. These must be like size 5, I want to say. He's just producing loads of them. He can attack anywhere on Crag, even with such pitiful range, and The lone Freebra from Logan he's going on a journey. He kited all the way up here for some reason just to get hit by these two sound beams at once. Oh no, there was actually three. They actually just went nuts on him. Alright, coming up here we've got some... Oh no! Cheetah Scorps aren't gonna help you against pure swimmers. And now this I'm not sure I get. You give your 19 range unit no legs, and you give your 54 range unit the legs. I mean, that feels a little redundant to me. But you know what? It's Crag. This is a Crag army. I'll forgive you. The henchmen just in here punching some sound beams, but they're getting eaten alive. It looks like they're finally able to hold this front, but again, this is what sucks about being the top spawn. You just, neither member of your team can mine. Good thing Will said he was going to rework Crag, because this is pretty shameful. But, oh, it looks like they're kind of going all in at the front instead, trying to push for a counter-attack. But neither of them are at level 3, which means they don't have lab defense, and the 19 damage just eating labs for breakfast, and some flyers coming out from Logan as well. This is GG. And that'll be Canada-England taking the set over France. What a curious little set. Logan coming out on top with these. Where are you? Tickle Lord 77s. They are expensive, but I suppose they do kind of drop the DPS. 16 unupgraded, 19 with the upgrade, and there you see it. 20k damage to structures. That's all you really need to know. A population
well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was an interesting set of games. I mean, when I saw the Cheetah Scorps come out from France versus Pure Swimmer range, it was a bit tragic. But hey, nice show.
Wait, Cheetah Scorp came out against range when?
In that game 3 there.
Oh, in the Crag. Oh, yeah, okay.
But wow, you really...
Yeah, the Crag game was tough. I didn't realize what Logan was doing at top.
Yeah,
so
I assure you it wasn't that tough. By the time
it felt tough.
By the time they had made
I just lost bottom.
Yeah, exactly. You just lost bottom while their labs were literally dead.
I hadn't realized. So I was like, Logan was just like, oh, I got both labs. And I'm like, what? I thought you were going to come help me bottom.
Well, congratulations.
I tried a little bit. I trickled a few units, but I don't think they really did that much. But...
Yeah, you sent one Freebra
Ox
all the way into 3 sound beams, and then he exploded.
Yeah, I was just having too much fun up top.
Yeah, and I mean, why wouldn't you? You were doing the work, did what needed to be done to take you guys into your next round against, I would say probably at least the most attractive team in the tournament.
No, mirror match is a band, actually.
Whoops. And there
no, mirror match is a band. How do you mean the most attractive team? No, we do have you and Dom, I believe.
Yeah, that is correct.
That'll be interesting. I look forward to it.
I want to talk a bit more about the other games as well, just before we go.
Of course.
The game 1, you were put on the spot. The double chamber rush. Yeah, where you got...
Yeah.
And a great hold from you. I mean, it was. I thought it was a bit strange that you went for 2 chambers, but no allied chambers. But hey ho, I mean.
Well, one of the things that Logan and I had discussed was that I'm quite weak in my early games. We'd flagged that as an issue. So I've spent the past couple of days, trying things out. I've got a new build order that seems to be working pretty well. I've changed up my level 2s into units that I think favor a more defensive game style. And the whole idea was, if I get attacked, I will ask for a sound beam, not a chamber. The sound beam will do enough to sort of think that there's going to be more help than there actually is. If needs be, the chamber will drop as well, but we'll start with just a sound beam. and I build sort of defensive level 2s that will hopefully allow me to hold better. And I think that came off fairly well in the first game.
Yeah,
From then on,
definitely seemed to work out.
It was just a juggling game as to where we asserted pressure.
Mhm.
So I perhaps let Phene go a little bit too far on his own without being disturbed. Then I kind of thought, no, I think actually Logan said, "Oh, you should go and attack Phene now." I think he did a pulse or a sonar or something like that. And I was like, okay,
no, I
right.
didn't.
Oh, you
Oh, no,
didn't?
I mean,
I just had Funky on the ropes, so it made sense to go for the other guy.
yeah, I mean, it's true. Feeney really did go all in. I mean, to keep production up on 2 chambers at level 2, you've really got to spend your money.
Oh yeah. When I originally went to go and raid him, so I sent I think 5 spider pythons. The idea was 3 would go to the one expo, 2 to a different, so it would, disorientate a little bit. And that's the best bit about raiding, the whole multiple fronts thing. And then I saw he didn't have an expansion on top, so I was like, oh, okay, I am further ahead than I thought I was.
Yeah.
Let's press the advantage. And then in duos,
yeah, I've got to ask what
Logan
went
didn't
wrong.
have level 3 range.
He didn't have level 4 range
level 3
either.
range. But no amphibious level 3 range is a killer. Certainly on those islands. Logan kept getting raided in the islands, couldn't hold one, and then it just snowballed. So
yeah, I mean, Logan kept
luck,
throwing all his money away for some reason on these units that I've never seen before.
Oh, really?
Ones?
No, it's
the
giraffe.
cobras.
Cobra is not a hippo, which means
It's not a hippo, but
it doesn't
like,
compete.
it has a speed though.
Yeah.
I bet if I had more pressure, then I could probably I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we left them undisturbed for far too long.
Oh, I
think
completely agree. There was
the best.
There was a point at the start of the game where you just had a huge army of level 2s and you just kind of sent them to mid to just sit.
Well, the reason behind that was I was just going to do a fast 3, which I did do a fast 3.
Yeah.
And then I'd take the island with water stuff, and then we could exert pressure from there. And he would keep sort of island presence.
Yeah, but I know it's a cliche, but the best defense is a good offense.
Yeah. And that's kind of what me and Will talked about in game 3.
Yeah, I mean,
we kind of had to go on.
Game 3 just kind of came and went, flying colors. Yeah. Well, anyway,
Matt,
guys.
Do you know if that's the first game that's hit level 5? By the way, on duos?
It is not.
It is not the first game. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was the France-Algeria game. Yeah, of course.
And there's also Ryan, who's been hitting 5. I think he hit 5. I think in like 2-3 games.
Ah, okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cut the recording there. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for hosting.
Bad luck in your next match.